has changed in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a team from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Georgia's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I'll tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Made a defender miss. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got a man. It's Yates. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. It's on target and complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost the fire on second down. Using the quick game. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's going for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest.
And the ball's free deep in his own territory. And lucky for them, they got that football back. You want to hand off some momentum? That would have been the way to do it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. Looking downfield, it's Bargava. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Turning it on. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
It's first and 10 from the 31. Lost a throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for space. It's Bray. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll set up to throw. Back's looking for the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Second and goal coming up. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Dropping back, it's Bargava. There's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Lowers those pads. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. 1st and goal for the offense. Trying to punch it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Western Michigan was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Broncos performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Back to throw. It's Spargava. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking for the score. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Spargava. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. With the catch, it's Kendricks. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands. It's Austin. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense got him at the 27. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Going for the big play. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Dogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. And as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Finds his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking to throw. It's Bargava. Snags it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Goes straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Jukes his way for more. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. Got enough space. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception. A long way to go for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Bargava. Oh, they're after him. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. He'll throw it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense putting points on the board.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Austin. And they get him down. The Bulldogs want to move quickly. Wants to throw. It's Bargava. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. There he goes. Smashes ahead. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th. Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Wants to throw again. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Breaks the tackle.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Back to pass. It's Bargava. Fires to the middle. Rolls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Here's the handoff. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
Nice job making that field goal. You're down a possession here late in the game. You've got 2 timeouts in your back pocket. Do you trust your defense to be able to go out, get a stop, and get you the football back for one final shot? We're going to see.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Brings it to the open. And he'll get out of bounds. Just a first down there, plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
The defense has to continue pursuing the football there. You saw the running back was able to make a guy miss before getting out of bounds and getting a big gain. You can't let up here in the fourth quarter, defense. We need better effort.
Got the first down and still on his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you, get yourself in position to win.
Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Release to the back. Fire into the right, complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played today.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
Thanks so much for spending some time.